So I think it's not due to a class name of the form, no, it's due to a class name for the input. We need here to add a class name that is called, I think, form control. So right now if we would check, we would find that it have used the bootstrap form styles. So we would need to do the same thing for the other things, for each of those things. So we could just copy paste this and use this here and change this to be email and do the same thing here and change this to be password. And use this stuff here. You also need to add this thing. As you could see now, the form is much more cleaner. Okay, I think you have noticed that we are using the same markup over and over again, and we have a lot of copy pasting right here. So why don't we do something to make this thing cleaner? What we could do is have a default input component that would take a label and would take children, and will render the following stuff based on the children and based on the label. So this could be here children, and this thing could be label. So what is children? We will go into what is children, but let's agree right now that label is something that you will insert right here for this component, and label is actually a feature inside React. How we could use it? We could just write here default. Instead of all of this, we could just use, no, let's keep this. We could just use default input and close it like this. We need to provide a label which is name. This thing is easy, and we need to pass inside this default input something right here. What we need to paste, we need to pass this input right here, and whatever inside the default input tag, whatever in between these two tags, would be considered children by React. So right now we could test this thing, and you could see that it is working. So we do not need to have this right now. We could just delete it, and we could do the same thing for the other fields in order to save space and have cleaner and more maintainable code. As you could see here, could add email and name this email and get rid of this. We could do the same thing right here for the password. Add here password, the type should be password. Could actually just add it like this, and